super excited for this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for just joining us on this special interview session. It's called Chop It Up with Soops. I have one of the dopest MCs, producers, DJs, crate diggers, Ivan Ave. Like, dude is super dope.
Hey, appreciate it.
Super excited, man. This is like, I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you for just giving me your time. Like, I know it's late there, so I appreciate it. Like, thank you so much.
No, it's all love, man. I appreciate you reaching out, and I'm always happy to chop it up. So let's do it.
Man, I'm super excited. I got so much questions because I'm a late bloomer to Ivan Ave. I didn't really get hip to you until about 2019, 2020 because of Devin Morrison and Mind Design and those guys. So it's like I was a little late, so I missed like a whole lot, and then I had to go back. And so I'm just been enjoying your catalog. But I need you to just let everybody know just a little bit about yourself. Like how did you come about?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, most people are late bloomers to myself because, you know, most people in the world don't know about my music. So I'm happy that my catalog is out there, and it's like just sitting there. If you don't know, then you're welcome to join the party. And I'm still doing what I've been doing for 10, 15 years, which is try and write songs and move myself basically in the studio and kind of work in a lineage that I discovered as a kid, like a lineage of music, Black American music that has always been my favorite type of music. And so I'm born and raised in Norway. I was fortunate to live in the US for stretches in my early 20s, went to school in the Midwest, spent time in New York City, and really it all started with the crate digging for me. Like, I'm big into records, and I've been recording, collecting records and making records and DJing for all these years, and I'm still doing it. So I'm blessed to just be doing it, really. That's how I sum up my career, you know.
We super blessed to have you because you've made some incredible sounds, production wise, MC wise. You know, a lot of your music has touched my life. You know what I'm saying? It's life music, so it's helped me through some times and, you know, different things. But one thing that I noticed you was talking about is just like some of your early goings. I noticed that you discovered some of your music through your sisters.
That's right. Yeah. So I have two older sisters, one younger, and my two older sisters were big into gospel music and soul music and pop and rock and everything, really. But for some reason, what resonated with me was like their Whitney Houston CDs or their Raphael Sadiq albums, or, you know, stuff like, really depending on which age and what level I was at, I would gravitate towards different music that they were into. So I think really my career started when we had this Michael Jackson VHS tape. I want to say it was like maybe came out with the History album, this tape. And it's like it's just a VHS tape of all the music videos from the album.
Right.
And I would run that until I wore that tape out. And so I basically know all of those Michael Jackson music videos from start to finish. And I kind of know the sequencing and what's put in between and everything. So
Remember the Time was on that too, right?
Sorry?
Remember the Time was on that.
Yeah. Oh man, that's one of the best
we all
videos.
wore that out.
Yeah. When he turns into sand and stuff like that. Yeah, that was my jam. And then really everything just built off of my fascination with music that in a lot of ways was so far removed from where I was living and, you know, my culture. But at the same time, it was very present because it was like taking over pop culture, you know, ever since you know, the 60s, 70s. And growing up in the 90s, it was there, but it was it was far away at the same time, so it had this pull on me.
Right.
So yeah, I'm still in that gravitational field, you know.
I feel it. I feel it. So what was one of the songs or albums or artists that you saw and you said, you know what, I can do that too?
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna have to go through the list because there are like albums that white people from Europe made that maybe opened my eyes to this even being like an avenue to go down. But then those are not necessarily my favorite albums, but they showed me that, you know, there's a group in Sweden called Loop Troop, and they were like graffiti writers, and they were radical like leftists, and they made dope rap music. So at the time I was like a big Loop Troop head, and I was, you know, going to see their shows, and my first big show was going to be opening for them, and that it never happened due to some technical issues, and that was the worst night of my life. But yeah, so Loop Troop was a big act out here. And then, you know, I think like discovering someone like Bobby Caldwell. I mean, obviously he's an American white guy, but like just seeing some white dudes make some sweet music, or like hearing them actually like pulling off in a non-ironic way at an early age, was like, oh shit, like if you really feel something, you can express it and it not be a gimmick, you know?
Facts. So
there's a bunch of artists, but yeah.
You understand that we didn't know Bobby Caldwell was white.
I've since understood that was a fact, yeah. Yeah, clever album covers with the silhouettes.
Right. So it was like he fooled us all. So it was like, but the music spoke for itself, and it's the same for you. It's like not realize. I mean, I knew you were white, but it didn't matter because the music was soulful and it spoke for itself, and the color didn't matter. Right. So it's like with Bobby Caldwell and others, Nicolay, and there's a couple of other people where, you know, you don't see the color because it's soulful. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's not, and you guys are not trying to take it either. It's just like you're playing within the culture of it, and you have a healthy respect for it. So, you know, that's what a lot of us
I think that's what it comes down to. Yeah, and I appreciate the way you phrased it, because I think if you don't have a certain, obviously a respect for the lineage and the history of it, but also like if you don't have the wherewithal or the self, awareness, to know that you're a guest in some ways. Right. And you'll always be a guest because the history of this music is so deep that no matter how good you get at rapping or how deep your record crates are or whatever, like I think it's important as a white rapper, producer, to have that self-awareness, but not, you know, obviously not make all your songs be about it, because that's not really interesting for me to talk about or for people to listen to all day. But like it has to be in the DNA of what you do, because at the end of the day, Black and brown people invented my favorite music, and I also come from a lineage that, you know, profited off of the suffering of Black and brown people. Like that's just history. So I think if you don't have that awareness and insight, then it's going to be hard to even play ball with the best of them, you know?
Appreciate that. Yeah. Now, I have another question about how you write and how you make your music. Like how do you make your songs? Like, do you start with a melody? Do you start with lyrics? Do you start with production? Like, how do you start your songs?
Usually the beat will like make it a song. Like I'll always have lyrics in my vaults, be it like in a notebook or just swimming around. Like there'll be some lyrics waiting to find a home, you know, but the beat is the home. And coming up, like I found it frustrating to put in work and like make enough music, because I knew that like when you start out, you're supposed to just make a bunch of songs and like get good at making songs. But even at an early age, doing this, I was so picky with my beats because I felt like if this beat doesn't feel like the story I'm trying to tell, then I'm not even gonna waste my words on it. You know, which was kind of an Achilles heel because then it took me longer to like have made 15 songs, you know, but I'm that picky with my beats, bro. It's like that's why my beats are good, because I'd rather wait for the right beat and not write a 16 just to write a 16, which I also respect. That's a skill in itself. But yeah, I definitely wait until the right beat allows me to tell a story.
And so you are also a producer, but you also work with a lot of producers also. So like with having that production ear and working with producers, do you have to put away your production ear just to work with other producers?
Well, the chronology of it is like, I'm just really now starting to learn how to produce, I would say. And I've even produced songs on previous projects that I now have beef with, like the production.
So there go my one question.
yeah. Like there's definitely a learning curve, and I can hear it for certain beats, you know. But the whole first 10 years of my career or life making music, I was heavily dependent on and grateful for a lot of these producers who are in my circle, you know. So I definitely had I had producers around me that were too good for me to learn to produce myself, you know, because like my beats just couldn't measure up. So yeah, I'm just now like finding my feet. But
is one of those people Mind Design?
For sure, yeah. He's one of
you guys have made some incredible work. So I love what you guys do. I love what you and Devin Morrison did. Like you've made some great things together. So like I was just wondering, like you have that production in you a little bit. So it's just like when you be around those guys, like is it?
I mean those two in particular, or someone like Kiefer, they're musicians. Yes. They're like top tier musicians, you know, like they play, they really know their shit. I'm more so a sample oriented producer. I have crates. I know records to a certain extent. So that's the way I get into it when I'm trying to make a beat. But yeah, those guys are, I mean, yeah, you know who they are. They're the elite producers of our generation. So yeah, big shout outs.
And so with production styles, and just production period, I noticed one of your favorite producers is Dilla.
Yeah.
What is one of your favorite Dilla songs of all time?
Ooh. And that's one of those questions where every day I could pick a new answer. Let's see. A good Dilla beat. Today I'm gonna go Think Twice. I think that's on Welcome to Detroit. Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
One of mine is, and it's always, I always go with this. This is my go-to song for life, period. It's Thelonious. And once I heard the story behind it, it made me even like it 10 times more. It's a George Duke sample, and it's a weird George Duke sample at that. Like it's a weird sound, and where he got the sound is crazy.
Right. I mean, I think we both grew up in the school of Dilla. You know, like you could study that man's work for your whole life. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah,
Dilla, the story behind how Common wanted him on a different song, and then Dilla went home and made that song real quick, and then like that was that blew my mind. I was just like, oh, like he just made that song in like less than 24 hours, and it came back.
Oh wow,
like,
that's crazy. I wasn't aware of that story. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, Comment talked about it. He was on an interview and he was talking about how he wanted it was for his Like Water for Chocolate album.
Yeah.
I think he wanted him on the song that he had another Slum Village joint. I can't think of the song that he wanted him on, but Dilla didn't want to rap on it, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna make something else and I'll rap on that. And so Comment didn't think, Dilla dropped Comment off. He didn't think he was going to make the song like that night.
I see.
Dilla made the song that night, came back the next day to pick Comment up and was playing it. Had the hook, had his verse and everything. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's like when I listen to your music and I hear different things and the people that you collab with, I think of that story sometimes, like you and Mind Design working together. He's primarily based in the States. Am I correct?
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Basically, you guys are like Foreign and Stage Part 2.
I've never thought of it that way, but I think only thing that ruins that analogy is that we met before having made a whole album together. We met in real life. Yeah, right. But I mean, I'm there with you. It's like. It's weird because we're born in the same month, I think, in the same year, or thereabouts. So we've definitely had like there's been some synchronicity that led to us working together. So yeah.
And so when you think of when you think of your catalog, what is? I know you're gonna say your new album. What is your baby? Because yes, your new album came out in February, Side Quest Living.
Yeah.
And then also in 23 you got All Seasons Gear. But with these, I know I know what you're gonna say, but I want to ask, like, what is your baby when it comes to your catalog?
You mean in terms of a whole album?
Yeah.
All right. I think for me, I'd say Helping Hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
2016.
Yep.
Or so. Yeah. I think only because really what I would want to say is my next album, the stuff I'm working on now. Because like whatever came out, even if it came out this year in February, I was actually telling someone last night, I was telling a friend who wanted to listen to that album with me in the room. I had to tell her, like, this is kind of like we're hanging out with a girl I dated in February. I'm not seeing it,
Yeah.
Which is a metaphor because I'm happily engaged and booed up. But the metaphor.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, whatever I'm working on next is always my best stuff, obviously.
Gotcha.
But I would say Helping Hands, the Mind Design produced album, just because I think that's the type of music that kind of built a plateau for me to experiment and to keep making music. There was other music as well that was important doing that, like my work with Fred Fades and a bunch of other amazing musicians. But I think for me, it kind of solidified my position as like a rapper for people to pay attention to. So yeah, I still have love for all of those albums. So that one just stands out because it was like my first time going on a major tour in Europe and stuff like that. So,
okay. And so have you toured in the States yet?
Little bit, yeah. It's been a few years, but I've played a lot of the major cities, but I've never been on like a full scale, like a bus tour or anything.
I mean, I know you probably never get to Cleveland. Like I
mean, I would love to hit up Cleveland, and like, there's a lot of flyover states that I would love to go to.
So when you came to the Midwest, what part of the Midwest were you in?
I was in Wisconsin.
Okay. Yeah. Ohio State, we hate Wisconsin, just to let you know it.
I do too, so we're good. So just don't clip this part. It was a bad year for me in Wisconsin, really.
How long? So you was just there for a year?
Yeah.
And that was for school?
Yeah.
What were you studying?
Social sciences.
Okay. Oh, so you an MC and you smart.
I mean, I was doing my best out there. I think I was the only kid really interested in social sciences, but doing my best out there.
So I noticed that you said you're engaged. How much does your music play a role in your relationship?
Well, one of the reasons I fell for her was her taste in music. So music in general is like a big part of our life together, I would say. My first night hanging out with her, she pulled out a Donny Hathaway record that she wanted to listen to. Okay. And she also was talking shit about a rap group from here that I don't like. So that was like, I was hers at the end of that night. But my music really is, she's just cool. She likes my music and she'll give me feedback that's like original. Like she'll describe my new stuff in ways that I wouldn't. So like I'll notice things because of her ear. But other than that, it's like, it's not really a major factor in our relationship. I wouldn't say, because it's like, it's my job. She has her job. I try and not be a struggling artist when I'm at home, which sometimes I'll fail at that, obviously, but I try to like not work 24/7 or let it get in the way too much. But I definitely write about her in my songs. So like our life together is in the music. You know? So
that's what I was gonna ask is like, has that created a whole new, your imagination is crazy when it comes to your music, but like being engaged, has that created a whole new, another form of your imagination when it comes to creativity and your music?
I think it just changes like the kind of the inner geography of how you, what stories you tell yourself about your life, you know, even like aside from the music, but it definitely also affects my writing. Because I think when you're able to build something with another person and it's just like the two of you and you become this solid unit, then it kind of changes the way you view the world in a way, because you have this new safety and foundation to just like build from and envision your future from.
Thanks.
So yeah, I think it seeps into my songs just because I'm like less insecure, maybe.
I definitely understand that.
As far as rap music goes, like a certain amount of insecurity and wild living can make good rap songs. So I'm not like trying to. I'm just always gonna tell you my story, and this is where I'm at. So whether it makes a better rap song, who knows?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the whole being married. I've been married for 16 years, going on 17 in February. So it's like when you explain that, I know exactly where you're coming from with that, because it's just like me doing this podcast thing. It's like having somebody that supports you and this. Like, we'll give you pointers in a positive way. We'll tell you, no, that's not cool. Like, even with my title, you know, we went through 2 different titles and stuff, and she was like, no, go with Chop It Up. That sounds better. And just having somebody like that sees your vision also and is there with you, it makes it easier to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes it makes all of this easier.
Totally, and you'll be validated for work that nobody else sees, you know, like, because there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes that like people don't know how hard we work, bro, but like these partners do. So yeah,
that is facts. That is facts. And as an artist, you guys work. because I've interviewed a couple of people, and on the Soul Curators, we've interviewed quite a few artists. We interviewed Nicolay, and all of basically Foreign Exchange. And so learning and listening to you guys talk as artists, you don't, as a fan, you really don't understand the things that you guys go through. We just think as fans, you just like, oh, they just making music. This is fun for y'all.
Yeah.
And it's fun to a certain extent, but it's still your job. And there's like, there's marketing, there's all types of stuff that goes behind the scenes that we don't realize. And I don't think as fans, we appreciate the artists enough for what you guys do.
I think we've all become entitled as consumers of music just because of the infrastructure that now exists.
It's easier to get.
Yeah, it's basically free. And it's the market is oversaturated. So like, I'm one of the people who like will badmouth Frank Ocean because he hasn't put out a new album. When really, like, what I should be doing is just thanking him every day for having made those amazing albums, and like I'll get the miniature versions of that aggression or whatever you want to call it for my stuff as well. Like if I'm going on tour, like there will be messages asking me why I'm not coming to this and that city where I know that it would just be 3 people coming to a show in that city. So it's like sometimes you just gotta like breathe and be grateful, because I know that whenever people give me shit about something they're not happy with, it's because they appreciate what I do.
Right.
And they're not happy with not getting more of it or getting it to their local, bar or whatever I should be playing at there.
Right.
So it's like a double-edged sword. Like I'm not really mad at anyone getting mad at me, but also sometimes I do feel like if you really know, or if you knew how the margins have been squeezed to serve the top, like the tech lords, and how hard we have to work to even keep up, then you would never leave a comment like that under any artist's page. Because it's like we're just doing our best in a dystopian market, in terms of music.
So now that you kind of put more context to it, now I can stop being mad at Dwele for not making music. So like, see now, I'm guilty of that too, because I'm really waiting for some news. But like, I'm like, hey man, like you out here golfing and painting and shit, like make some music. But now that you explain it that way, because again, like he's an artist that came from the physical age to the digital age, and so like for him, he wasn't the major artist back in the day either. So like he depended on those physical copies. So I understand why we don't see artists like him and others. There's quite a few other artists that's not. They just, all right, if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I'm gonna keep touring and making his money or whatever. But putting out music is not beneficial to you guys if you're just putting it on streaming and you can't make money. So the way you put it and you put more context, like, oh, okay, I can stop being mad now. So Dwele, I apologize.
Yeah. And I think also like take Dwele, perfect example, because like the music he made, he does feel like a major artist to you and me, maybe, because he's such a dominant, like culturally, he's had such an effect and like such weight behind what he's made. But he's probably lived like an indie artist lifestyle for years and years. So I wouldn't know, but I would assume that he like really had to work extremely hard to make that shit work. And so now when he's at a place where he can, in his life, where he can golf and learn to paint and be really good at painting, like I'm knowing what I know from my career, like I'm so happy for him. And I would say that I think for a lot of artists, we get to a place where we're good at music because we had like an unfulfilled need to get good at it. But when you do it for 10 years or 20 years, maybe you find the need to get good at something else. Like maybe you satisfied that need. So now you have a need for new needs.
Right.
So yeah, it's like I also try to respect that in people's paths in life. Like you don't have to be Frank Ocean your whole life. You can go do woodwork or whatever, and I'll try and be happy for you.
So, and the best example of somebody that's doing that is Andre. Andre 3000 has been able to. He's diamond. He's on top of the world, and now he just wants to play his wood flute. And you
gotta love it.
Yeah. So I definitely understand that. And speaking of tour, you have a tour coming up.
Yep. Yeah, I have a couple dates: Amsterdam and London. Okay. November 8th and 9th. I'm pretty sure.
November 8th and 9th. Yeah. November 8th for Amsterdam and November 9th for London?
That's it.
Okay. Yes, have you toured in these places before?
I have, yeah. And in Amsterdam, I played that same venue, Paradiso, which is like an amazing place. So I'm really looking forward to being back there. And in London, I'm playing a place I haven't been before called the Dome. So cool. I'm hoping people pull up, and it's going to be 2 really good nights.
That's what's up. So congratulations on the tour.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations on this new album. It dropped in February. It's called Side Quest Living.
That's right.
How did you come up with that concept?
Yeah, really for me, when I make an album, I barely even start making songs until I have like that umbrella concept. And for this one, I try to free myself up in the beginning of making the record by just calling it something frivolous like that, where you could just go on infinite side quests and really because the album before that, I was trying to make, with All Season Gear, I was trying to make like a survival kit of music. Kind of like what you would need.
It felt like that, yeah.
Yeah, like if you were dropped on a desert island or whatever, you would have just one record, but it would be all these different. So when the pendulum swung, I was trying to make the next album be less rigid in the process, like in the studio, because I had like all of these boxes I had to tick on All Season Gear, which is not really the best way to make an album, I learned. So with Side Quest Living, I was just trying to keep it free and go on all the side quests that I wanted to go on, and that's kind of what you hear on those 10, 11 tracks.
Right. Is it 10 or it's 12? I think it's 12.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's 12. Yeah. It's 12.
I'm over that album. I'm done with it.
Learjet, because I was like, Learjet is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
Life in the Stemmy is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And Bike Air is one of my favorites. So like you have you got a nice collective. And I mean, I'll be honest, from what is it? From the Goodbye,
Double
Goodbye, All Season Gear, Side Quest Living. You have. There's about 2 or 3 songs that are in constant rotation for me on my playlist platform. Like the Double Goodbyes, what is it? Gaslit Etiquette, New Path. Yeah. Like those 2, like I will listen to that like all day. If I put it on today, it's on repeat all day. So like I appreciate the styles and the moods that you have for each album.
Hey, there's more coming your way, so I appreciate you tuning in.
Appreciate that. And now, one quick question. Yep. I just lost my train of thought. I hate
you saying that because a train just passed my apartment. That must have been your train of thought.
Like I for sure just had the question. Okay. Here's the question. If you had to produce your own festival, who is on your lineup?
So it's got to be living artists.
No, it could be living past.
Living artists. It's about to be mainly dead artists then. But
I already know MJ is on the list. So
oh man, nah, actually, aesthetically, he would just be too big of a pop icon for me to.
No, you can have whoever you want to have.
Yeah, so I'll keep it a little less arena and a little jazzier. But yeah, I would book Pharoah Monch.
Ooh.
And then one of my favorite rappers ever. But then on the same night, I would book Pharoah Sanders, one of my favorite jazz musicians.
Jazz artists, yeah. Okay.
And so those two would be on there. For new artists, I would book Demae from London. She's one of my favorite singers out.
Yeah.
She's really dope. Lion Milk from LA, really dope producer, keyboard player. And maybe Laraji, who is kind of in the same lane, but one of the OGs who made like spiritual, ambient, beautiful music in the 80s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be my first couple of days of the festival.
That's a dope list. That's a dope list.
I would go there.
Now, would you put yourself on there?
All right, yeah, I'll do the after party. I'll DJ it and rap some. But yeah, bring all my boys to do hints. DJ there.
One of my questions also is, what is your rarest collection or rarest vinyl that you have?
Oh man, yeah, good question. You give me a minute, I'll go check.
Go ahead.
All right, let's see.
This is an exclusive.
Yeah.
I know you about to pull out something I have never seen before.
All right. I'm actually not gonna give away my rarest stuff because I might want to sample it later.
Use it. Yeah, you might use it. Okay.
I'm gonna gatekeep that, but I did just buy this Omniphonic Music, the group.
Okay.
And it's a lounge album, but it's pretty classy, and it's like I would say 50-50 like lounge band, but also big band jazz music.
Gotcha.
And it's from Germany, 70s, which is my decade. And yeah, so this is a new rare find, but it's not 1,000 euros on Discogs. It's probably more like 50. But yeah, it's a good album.
Got you. So when you listening to your vinyls, or when you listen to music, period, where is the most comfortable place for you to listen to music?
Ooh. You know what? This is a funny answer, but I think it's in the record stores. Oh. I think it's when I'm like at the listening station and I'm actually there looking for stuff, and I go up to the listening station because all my senses are like tingling, like I'm so focused on finding something. So I think I'm a better listener while I'm there doing that work than when I'm at home. So just the other day,
store, you feel like you're safest at the record store.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like my spidey senses are like working, like I'm trying to find something that either is a good track for a DJ gig or for sampling or just for listening to. So I'm like really a focused listener when I'm there, but I might be tired or standing uncomfortably or needing to take a piss, but like I'm still in my zone really when I'm at the record stores. So yeah, just the other day I was having to hide crying because of this gospel record that I found in a record store in Oslo, and it just kind of blew me away when I heard it because I hadn't heard it before. It was a Ron Winans album, and this song that I'd never heard before just kind of took me by surprise by the energy of the recording and the choir, and it was awkward because I was like in my regular record store that I go to, and I was just like, yeah. I'm very susceptible when I'm there, I think is what I'm trying to say.
I get it. So I was wondering when you said the record store. I'm guessing you're at your most vulnerable there. Just probably like you're just
just like open.
Yeah,
Open.
That's what's up. Now the Winans. My mom, I grew up to listening to gospel. So Helen Baylor, James Cleveland, the Winans,
right.
And my mom has that album, the Ryan Rock. She has that album. So,
nice.
So it's like, I've heard these things before. So when you mentioned it, I was just like, oh, okay. So I grew
the song
up to
I was referring to is The Word of God Reprise.
Yes, my mom listened to that.
Nice.
Yeah, she didn't listen to it all the time, but when she listened to it, it do put you in your feels a little bit because the choir and the music behind it is just something that just you feel it. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of music that comes out today that you feel like that, but for some reason, you and your group the Devin Morrison's, Children of Zeus. Line Design, Kiefer, you guys have found a way to create music that puts you in your feels, that has a way of just taking you and putting you in a different place. Like you guys' music has done that, and there's so many other people also, but for the most part, you guys have figured out a way to do that. And talking to you about where your past is and and how you listen to music, I can see why your music has got us feeling that way.
I see. Yeah, man, I appreciate you phrasing it that way. That's I think it's just this quest that we're all on to make ourselves feel something and the people in the room make them feel something, and then we're just lucky enough to be able to share it with the world, And I don't take it for granted at all. So I appreciate your words.
I appreciate that. It's been such a pleasure having you. Like I'm just so thank you. Thank you for your time. Bro. Thank you for responding to an email that, I didn't even think I was gonna get a response. So just thank you for that. Like, thank you for that.
You know what? I think it might have been the name of your show because when I cook, I'm big into soups. That's my thing. When I cook for my fiance, soups are like my thing, and so I chop a lot of stuff when I make the soups. So I was like chopping it up with soups. I was like, this is a good fit for me. So
the name works.
Yeah, 100%.
So look, I can't wait to have you back. Can't wait for the new music to come out. If you have a timeline for that.
I'm actually putting out something very soon, which will be out when you hear this. A video at least. And then
all right, cool.
2026 has a lot in store for me, I think. That's so just stay tuned.
Well, on the Soops Kitchen platform, I'll always play your music. So that's on all the streaming platforms. It's on SoundCloud. I put a mix out on Mixler, so it's like a live radio show, and then I put the songs together. My whole concept is more music, less talk. But then I have my side quest. Soops. So just know that your music is always going to be on my platform. You're open to whenever you need us. You're also welcome to join us on the Soul Curators. NPN Network is here for us, here for you. So we appreciate everything that you do. Can't wait to see you live. Make sure you guys check him out. Amsterdam, November 8th. Yep. And London, November 9th. So make sure y'all check him out. Go purchase tickets. Make sure there's more than 3 people in the crowd. So go check him out. So appreciate Ivan. Let everybody know how they can get in contact with you on socials and where they can get your music from.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on the Facebook. I'm on Google. I'm on that whole computer I'm on. So get at me. Yeah.
And where can people purchase your music?
Oh, sorry, Bandcamp. I'm moving off of Spotify and all evil tech lord platforms, but which includes all of the social platforms that I just mentioned. But I'm working on it. But yeah, Bandcamp is probably my favorite site.
Got you. Now, you do know. I know you want to get away from the streaming. Spotify is the number one. Definitely get rid of them. If you got to keep streaming, keep your Tidal, because Tidal pays you out the most per stream.
I've heard this. I'm aware of this, but there's beef with Tidal too. It's a long story, but I
understand.
Yeah, they've made some shiesty moves as well. So
I understand it. So for me, I just try to make sure the artists, whenever I listen to artists, I try to listen to you. Either I purchase your music or I listen to the one that's gonna get you the most per stream. And so far, Tidal is the one that's gonna get you the most per stream. So I'll appreciate it in that way. Yeah, definitely. I understand all that other stuff, but I also I'm like, all right.
No, but I don't tech shame. No way. I never tech shame.
I know. I got you.
I just have my beats. Yeah.
All right. So hey, definitely appreciate you. I can't wait to have you back on.
Same, man.
Much love. Stay safe. Enjoy your concerts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for having me on. Be well.
Appreciate you. Thank you.